Welcome to lesson 4 of A Course in Miracles. My name is Sarai. For those of you that are just joining us, I am what I call myself the modern day hitch because I help singles just like you find their most compatible partner, find that the one. I truly believe that self-love is the best way to find a fulfilling and healthy relationship. So that's why I will always tell you to choose you, love you, pick you, and not in the egotistical way. But if you want to know more information about that, I have an entire program in regards to that we can work one-on-one. But for now, go ahead and save this video for later, or if you want to start from lesson 1, that's really up to you. We're only 4 lessons in. And today's lesson is actually about, again, meaning. These thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place, wherever you might be. What does this mean? I know, it's so intense, right? But I think what this really means is like when we tend to overthink. How many of you out there overthink? I know I do. So if you have ever caught yourself overthinking about perhaps being single, or you're stressed out about your relationship, the current relationship that you are in, then that's what this lesson is all about. Like, let's kind of turn the thoughts off of the negativity when it comes to that. So I feel like every day our minds are just filled with endless amounts of thoughts. And I just don't think whether they're good or bad, either way, these thoughts, they don't really define us and our capacity of love. So if you are going around saying you're single and you're saying, well, I'm just not good enough, I'm never going to find somebody, blah, 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 like these are the thoughts that like you tend to overthink and you go down the spiral. Let's take a good thought in a sense. Maybe you have been single for a while and you don't want to lower your expectations. I'm not saying lower your expectations at all. I'm just saying that maybe that expectation has no wiggle room and it's not being realistic in a sense. Like, how realistic is your expectation of this, whatever relationship you are looking for? Whether you're looking to marry another Chris Hemsworth lookalike or whatever it might be. I hear that a lot. That's why that's the reference. So when you are single and wondering why love won't come your way, or in a relationship and you're questioning if it's right, if it's the right person, or if you're overthinking, like you're trying to figure out like when the other shoe's gonna drop, just remember this lesson. Like, these thoughts do not mean anything. You are in your overthinking state and you need to take a pause. Like, take a pause, take a breath, and they don't really define anything. You are the one that is creating all of this. So if you did lessons 1, 2, and 3, we talked about how we kind of we make our own choices based off our old experiences or preconceived things. And if we are to take all of that out of the picture, then we have a blank slate of making our own choices, making our own definitions to what everything means. What does single mean? And what does being in a relationship mean? And what if we stop thinking about our past experiences? I'm not saying that you're going to go in blindly into a relationship and be like, oh, like, yes, take advantage of me and like walk all over me. No, that's not what this lesson is talking about. It's trying to get you to catch yourself and your thought patterns as far as like, oh, this is too good to be true, something's bound to happen, like what's wrong with me, blah blah blah, when you go into the spiral mode. Does that make sense? So if you were to just think of these extra thoughts that are not helping you get to clarity, then if you were to get rid of them, then what would happen? Like, what would your mind really be at? And like, where would your relationship really be at? And where would your mindset about being single really be at? Would it really change it into a more positive, more loving, more open, more empathetic, sympathetic mentality instead of oh, well, everybody cheats, everybody's this, everybody's that, I'm not meant to be with anybody, like, you know, that kind of mentality. And as well, if you were in a relationship, like, why do we always assume that our partner is going to cheat on us? I get it, I can see why, but if you are putting that type of energy out there, then that's bound to happen. You know what I mean? So how about instead of like going down the rabbit hole and all these like bad thoughts, we focus on the now, and we enjoy the now, and we take it one day at a time. So I hope that this lesson can guide you in that and help you with that. So remember, these thoughts do not mean anything. They don't mean anything. If you are needing extra help with whatever it might be that you, maybe lessons 1 through 4 so far, I'm always available, and we can always schedule something together. So hit that save button. If you're not following, go ahead and follow us now. Follow me. I can't wait to see you in lesson 5.